Busy show ahead here on Chicago Bears Now. I am going to outline how the Bears can clear well over $100 million in salary cap space this offseason if they choose to do so, as they do have a lot of flexibility. But help a brother out first. Share this video all over. Click the share icon, and you could share it to Twitter, X, Instagram, Facebook. If you do Twitter, tag me at HGramNFL. I'll retweet it. I'll give you a follow back as well if you're following me. So let's spread the word on this video, because a lot of good information for Bears fans just to see how much flexibility they have with their salary cap situation. So let's kind of dive into that. Right now, and there's a discrepancy between Spotrac and Over the Cap. Spotrac says they have negative $9.7 million in cap space. Over the Cap's like negative $17 million. Trying to figure out the discrepancy. It could be the projected draft class. I'm not sure yet. So it is just 26th most in the NFL, which is low. But unlike a lot of other teams who are in cap trouble, the Bears have a ton of flexibility. The projected cap right now is at around $304 million. We'll see if that number comes in higher or lower. We usually find that out like mid-late February. So we'll see what that ends up being. But don't freak out at the numbers being in the red. They have a lot of moves they can make to free up, like I said, well over $100 million if they wanted to go that far. All right, there's 4 categories of moves the Bears could make to free up some more cap space. Let's talk about roster cuts first. These are kind of the bigger name, bigger money cut candidates that are available for the Chicago Bears. So Tremaine Edmunds is the big one we've discussed quite a bit. His current cap hit is $17.4 million. They would save $15 million if they cut him. Kmet's current cap hit, $11.6 million. They'd save $8.4 if they cut him. DeAndre Swift, $8.8. They would save $7.5. Jalen Johnson, $24.5. They'd only save $6.5, so that's probably not a great one to do. Same with Montez Sweat, $25.1. Only would save $6.9. The Tremaine Edmunds one really sticks out because over $17 million for a linebacker that's been inconsistent since he got here, and this year dealt with an injury. He's getting a little bit older, and you can free up a ton of money and only eat a couple $1 million in dead cap space. Sure, Kmet, DeAndre Swift, you can save a lot of their cap hit, but those are guys who are on reasonable, affordable deals that I would rather keep. Plus, I think there's other avenues, especially with Kmet, if you want to lower that cap hit and keep him around moving forward, which we'll discuss throughout this show. So Edmunds is the only one for sure I would cut here, unless he would just take a major pay cut. Other small cuts I would probably do. Eamon Ogbongbemiga, nice special teams player, but he was hurt multiple times this year. To me, you can just find another guy for less than the $2.1 million than he count that you could save by cutting him. Like Ruben Hippolyte, come on, man. Like if he can't play on special teams in year 2, we got a problem. Roschon Johnson, $1.5 million, not a ton of savings, but just kind of feels like that ship has sailed. And then Kron Amagaji, $1.1 million. Maybe he sticks around due to the left tackle question mark, but right there is an extra, over $4.5, almost $5 million. So between Tremaine Edmunds and those 3 small cuts, that saves you almost $20 million. So you've already gone from negative $9.7 million per Spotrac to, okay, you got $10 million free. Not a ton, but right there, you're already in the green in terms of cap space available for the Chicago Bears. And that's really by only cutting one notable player. So that is just one category. We'll get to the other categories in a second, but we'll have you covered all offseason long with informative videos like this, with the latest Bears news and rumors, trade buzz, mailbags, mock drafts, free agency coverage. It's all coming your way on a daily basis. Multiple videos per day, multiple live shows per week. Do not go anywhere. We got you guys covered. Okay, number 2, contract restructures, which the Bears, for the most part, have not done under Ryan Poles. They did a small one with Jalen Johnson last year because they needed some flexibility, but for the most part, they have not done that. And I actually think that's been smart because you don't want to do this a lot until you're winning. Like the Eagles, right? They do it a bunch. Well, they're good every year. That's when you do it. You push money down. You don't pull a Saints and you do this and you're not good because you're just kicking the can down the road, but you're not even winning along the way. You do it when you become a good team, which the Bears have entered that window now. So I do wonder if this is kind of the time Ryan Poles would be willing to be more aggressive and do this, because of course there's some risk to it, because when you restructure a guy, you're basically saying, hey, he's probably going to be here at least next year as well. So here are some of the larger money ones they could do. I got 10 guys in total, 5 right here. DJ Moore's current cap hit, $28.5 million. If they restructure him, they could save up to 16.8 this year. Montez Sweat, 25.1. They could save as much as 9.9 this year. Joe Thuney, 21.5. They could save 7.6. Dio Adengbo, 20.5. They could save 7.4. Jonah Jackson, 19.5. They could save 6.9. Jalen Johnson, 24.5. Only saved 6.9. So again, I probably wouldn't do that one. Grady Jarrett, 18.9, 6.6. Him and Dio Adengbo, I don't think the Bears will touch because you can cut them in 2027 with relatively minimal penalties, and right now you would probably project that would be the case. Kyler Gordon, $12.9 million. You could clear 6.1 in cap savings. Drew Dahlman, $14 million. You can clear 5. And then Cole Kmet, 11.6. You could clear 4.4. I think it's time to start doing some of this. Am I doing it for all 10 players? No. I don't want to kick money and have larger cap hits down the road for 10 players because I want to be able to cut some of these guys next year or move off of them. Like Dio Adengbo, unless he shocks us next year, you're probably cutting him after 2026. So if you restructure him, it becomes harder to cut him the next year. So I don't think that would be an example. I was just outlining the financials of what that would look like if you were to do it. But there's more than 1 or 2 guys there that I would be comfortable doing it with. So these are 4 players I would do it with. I would do it with my entire interior offensive line. Again, when you restructure, you're basically saying, I feel confident not only in that player this year, but next year that he's going to be on my team. Joe Thuney, Jonah Jackson, Drew Dahlman, I have full belief they will be on the roster in 2027. Even Thuney, who's an older player, his game should age nicely. So those 3 guys clear a lot. And then Kyler Gordon, it's a little risky because the injury year he just had. But we saw in that playoff game how valuable he can be. If he can be healthy, his extension is just starting. I would probably take the chance, clear the extra $6.1 million. So those 4 guys alone, restructuring, you can save up to $25.6. You don't have to do the maximum numbers there. You could be, hey, we'll do it for $4 million for Joe Thuney or whatever the case point may be. But if you maximize that, that's $25.6 million. Those are 4 moves I'd be comfortable with. And all of a sudden, now you're up to $35.6 million in cap space. Pretty good amount. If you are the Chicago Bears. And again, you still have multiple avenues. We haven't even talked about trading DJ Moore, which we will get to here in a second. But I want to ask you guys, which players should the Bears restructure? I just went through 10. I did the whole interior offensive line, and then I debated Kyler Gordon or Jalen Johnson, but with Jalen being a little bit older and having a larger cap hit, if next year doesn't go well, you'd probably cut him in 2027. I'm hopeful that's not the case, but with Kyler being younger, I'm going to hope that he bounces back, has a more healthy year, and his contract isn't as large as Jalen Johnson. So that's why I chose Kyler. All right, today's show is sponsored by Rocket Money. Guys, I've been telling you about Rocket Money. They have saved my wife and I hundreds, probably over a couple $1,000s if I'm being honest, at this point in time, because it's a personal finance app that helps you find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills so you can grow your savings. Are you looking to save up for a house? Maybe start a college fund for one of your children, or just, hey, I want to go on a big trip next year, but I don't have the money. I need to scale back on my spending. Rocket Money is going to help you do that. Basic tasks to more complicated ones. They can negotiate to lower certain bills. How does that happen? Hey, your electric bill is averaged $300 the last 6 months. They will kind of scan the internet and see if they can find better deals for you. And if they do, you can switch your account to that one. They'll do a lot of the legwork for you. You may have doubled up on some streaming services. You want to cancel some of your subscriptions? A few clicks of a button, you can do that with the Rocket Money app. They're going to show you when certain bills are due. You can set budgets. They'll help you stay on track. It's just a very user-friendly and detail-oriented financial app that's going to get you on track with your finances. And if you're like me, you're married, you have a kid, you have a lot of bills and expenses, it's important, man. Trust me. Let Rocket Money help you reach your financial goals faster. Join today at rocketmoney.com/bearsnow. That's rocketmoney.com/bearsnow. rocketmoney.com/bearsnow. I've been using this app for a couple years, and it's been a game changer. It helped us get our house recently. Okay, number 3. We talked about DJ Moore and the restructure. That is not the route I chose. I still think trading him is more likely, given Rome Odunze and Luther Burden who are behind him. But you could restructure him, and I'd be fine with that. But you got to make a decision on DJ Moore because his $28.5 million cap hit for this year, I don't think it makes sense, especially considering you can save over $16 million via trade or restructure. Whereas with Jalen Johnson and Montez Sweat, yeah, their cap hits are in the mid-20s, but you can only save in the $6 to $7 million range, regardless of trade or restructure. So I think DJ Moore gives you more flexibility with whichever route you go, and we could debate is DJ Moore or Montez Sweat or Jalen Johnson, like who's the better player? The reality is you have two really good receivers in addition to DJ Moore. Say what you want about Montez Sweat, he's your best defensive lineman. Say what you want about Jalen Johnson. If he's healthy, he's easily your best cornerback. So I just think they have more leverage in a situation like this. Either way they go, trade or restructure, his cap hit will be reduced. I am very confident in that. I do not think his cap hit will stay at $28.5 million. They will either restructure him or they will trade him. And I think trade is more likely, but I could be wrong. I went with trade. The money's basically the same if they restructure or trade, and now all of a sudden you're above $51 million in cap space. So either way you go there, I can be talked into either. You're now over $50 million. And again, that's not even choosing every path within all the categories, right? Like I only restructured 4 of the 10 guys I mentioned. So you're in a good spot here, and we still have one category to go. What would you do with DJ Moore? Would you trade him or would you restructure? Basically, do you want to keep him and lower his cap hit via restructure, or do you want to trade him? Type T for trade, R for restructure. I'm good with either. If you restructure, you're in the same boat next year. So, that plays a factor as well. But you guys get your thoughts in. T for trade, R for restructure. All right, and then lastly, extensions. Contract extensions can lower cap hits as well. And I think there's one obvious extension candidate, which is Darnell Wright, which could save up to $2 million in cap. It probably would actually end up costing you because I don't think you'd fully backload that deal. His cap hit would probably go up a little bit this year. And if you make all those other prior moves, that would be fine. Maybe he has like a $10 million cap hit this year and you're still, well over $40 million in space based on the moves we just made. But Cole Kmet, if you could sign him to a team-friendly extension, like, 2 years, $14 million, $12 million, $6 to $7 million per year, you could save $7 million in cap this year. Like, Cole Kmet is going to be on this team. I'm confident in that. The Bears love him. They run a lot of 12 and 13 personnel. $11.6 million against the Caps, probably a tick high, though. He's not the number one tight end on this team anymore. So if you can lower it, get it down in like $6 to $8 million range, that makes sense. Team-friendly deal. Kind of crazy. Cole Kmet is still only 26 years old. Feels like if you ask the average fan, how old is Cole Kmet? You'd be like, 29, 30. Just 6 seasons in, he's only 26. He's very young. Jalen Johnson, too. I think he's either 27 or is about to turn 27. So they're still young cats. I would extend both these guys. Get out in front of it with Darnell Wright. The price is only going up. And then with Cole Kmet, I would find common ground on a team-friendly extension. His guaranteed money's up, so you think he'd be open to that anyway. He wants to stay in Chicago, I would imagine. So find something that works out for everybody. Keep him around. Get Darnell Wright taken care of, and then again, boom, $60 million just with all those moves I just made. And again, that doesn't even account for some smaller cuts I didn't mention, or if you restructure a couple more of those guys, you can easily get over $100 million. Now, again, I don't want to do that many moves because then you're in a bigger bind down the road. But thread that needle, kind of be mildly aggressive for now and in the future. And the ones I chose are good too because next year, whereas some of those restructures, their cap hits will be higher next year. Well, you know how you can clear money next year? You can cut Grady Jarrett. You can cut Dio Dengbo. So I think the way I did it keeps you flexible through 2027 as well. And that might be when you pay Caleb Williams. So it's all a math game and figuring out which moves make the most sense in terms of your roster management. Hey, do we feel good about this guy being here next year? Cool, let's restructure and clear out that money so we can be aggressive this year. Go make a big trade. Go pay Trey Hendrickson, whatever the case may be. So the Bears have a ton of financial flexibility. Don't let people on Twitter say they don't. They do. It's just a matter of how many of those moves the Bears want to make. So we'll see what they do this offseason. We'll cover it all here on Chicago Bears Now. Again, if you thought that was a very informative video, subscribe. Also, share this video online. I would greatly appreciate it. My name is Harrison Graham. Bear down.